What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Murderbot. With me today,
Liam.
And we're diving into episodes 9 and 10 of the season 1 of Murderbot today. Welcome to the channel. Just kidding, still Chris, and welcome back to the show, or welcome to the show if it's your first time here. It's a show about shows. We don't claim to be experts, but we really do love entertainment, and based on everyone who joins us in on it, I think you guys do too. And so if you're brand new, hit subscribe. The best way to let us know you like what we're doing is subscribing and liking those videos. And to engage with us and everybody else in the community, you just hit us up in the comments and let us know what you're thinking. Without further ado, we're going to dive into Murderbot.
So why are we doing 9 and 10 together?
Well, last week was 4th of July. I was also traveling with the family, and we thought maybe it would be a good time to just take a little break and double up the next week since they're such short episodes anyway, and we were struggling with that as many. And we'll talk about that because we did just find out it got renewed for season 2. So
I hope they're longer.
We'll talk. But yeah, so I was traveling. It was 4th of July. What ends up happening with the algorithm on YouTube on 4th of July is no one's on watching. They're all out doing something, and so the videos don't do as well anyway. So we just thought we'd be good to do it all right now. So that's what we're doing. Both episodes 9 and the finale, which I'm going to go right into it. I thought these were the 2 best episodes of the season so far. And I think because of the reason that we got so much confirmation, so much plot move forward, a lot happened in those 2 episodes where, you know, we talked about it a lot, but early on, there were full episodes where I felt like that's a lot of filler and a lot of things we didn't need. So
I feel like it tied up real nice though.
Again, that's probably why I think I like these episodes the most, is because it finally paid off 2 months later.
Yeah, for me, I watched them back to back, and it is so much more enjoyable this way.
Yeah.
So this totally should have been just one episode, 9, 10, and it just works out that we're doing it all in one episode. So
yeah, so I hope that Apple does another Ted Lasso where, you know, they send out season 1, they're like 28 minutes long. Let's see if people like it. Fans love it. So they're like, all right, we're going to renew it and extend it. That's my biggest hope, is that they extend season 2 to a full hour episode. Still give us the full 10. Don't jip us, but do them a full hour and really let us dive into this world more. It's so fascinating what could be possible there. And based on what you guys have told us in the comments about the Murderbot Diaries novels, there's a lot that we haven't seen yet. We got like a little glimpse in this episode of like what a drone might look like. And I thought maybe they were going to like find a way to bring it together and make it his drone now. But I don't think that's actually going to work out, obviously. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think that if they brought season 2 to a full hour, 10 episodes, that would make it worthwhile? Are you on the same boat as us that these are just too short, and that unless they do that, I'm probably going to wait till season 2 is completely out and just binge the whole thing to see what it's about?
The content's great. That's never been the issue for us. It's just the length, that's all. But let's get back in. I love how duplicitous he is in episode 9.
Yeah.
He is attempting to help his friends now. I think we can call them friends at this point.
Well, they consider him a friend. So
they
yeah.
do, yes. And we know he does too, to some degree.
He has respect for Mensa. I don't think he yet likes most of them. They're kind of annoying to him more than anything else.
Yeah, but I think he enjoys it myself, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he does. I would agree with that. He secretly enjoys being a part of something. But what we see him expressing is annoyance other than to Mensa. Yeah.
But I enjoy the scene with, I guess, what we call them, bounty hunters or what?
So we find out that they're part of a third company. So I guess they're just technically mercenaries for that company, is how I would look at it. Okay. Yeah. They're mercenaries that work for that company. So they're like, you know, they're not technically employees of that company, but they work for them as like blacklisted like soldiers.
I think it's absolutely hilarious how he's got this whole big plan. He's working through and he's talking to these mercenaries. And the one dude's like, what the fuck is he saying?
Yep.
He keeps picking up on stuff. And turns out he was a huge super fan also.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of that scene? I love seeing Rita too. I don't know the actress's name, but she's Rita to me.
Yeah, she's a Martha from Well, the main Martha is from Handmaid's Tale. An amazing actress, and we really enjoyed her in that. So whenever we see her somewhere else, we're like, oh yeah, look at that.
It's Rita.
But yeah, so the best part of Murderbot to me, other than the cinematography and getting to see alien worlds and stuff like that, because I love that, being a sci-fi geek, but is his banter. Like, is like attempting to be social and like figure things out and get past his like insecurities and awkwardness. Like in that scene, he's trying to like do small talk and he just can't figure it out. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, so what he's attempting to do is win over the trust of them so that they can gain access to that launch and get rescued by the corporation or whatever it's called, right? What are they called again?
Yeah, corporate rim is what it's called. So
that still works. Okay. And in that whole, like, he's bringing the old severed head and joking with them in the hopper thing. And they're like, what's that? Don't want to know. Don't ask. That type of thing. He's like, whenever someone says, don't worry, worry.
Yeah.
I fucking love that part. But he gets there and he's going through all the bullshit with them, convincing them. And then finally they reluctantly agree while the team is attempting to gain access to the satellite thing. Gar is like back and forth, whether trust, don't trust, trust, don't trust. But eventually he succumbs. He's like, you know what, fuck it, we've got no other choice. But when he runs and jumps and he screams the line from the movie and just falls so fucking, I don't even know how to describe.
Pathetically?
Pathetic is a good word for that, for sure.
Yeah, you're just laying there like, all right.
That part was one of the best parts for me, humor-wise, in this episode.
Yeah, I think that whole piece where he's, chatting with them and trying to get, like, stalling for time, right? But, like, trying to figure out ways to do that and, like, using different tactics that just clearly aren't working. And then finally gets there, like you said, jumps, and then realizes, oh, crap, that's not going to work.
Yeah, because the weird pterodactyl thing went and ate the little...
The
drone, yeah.
So now Garathan has to directly uplink. So he and Penley are on a mission to go directly uplink him while Murderbot is still trying to figure out what went wrong. And then Mensa lets her emotions get the best of her, steps up as a leader, and just decides to go save Sec Unit. So she puts herself in danger. And the Sec Unit ultimately too. So we should talk about that. That's what happens next. Mensa flies in.
I like when Mensa flew in. That's the most confident I've seen her the whole time.
Yeah. Obviously, I think it makes more sense now why they gave her that weird anxiety thing in the beginning, because now it gave her character growth.
Something to overcome. Yeah. So her coming out, she's just convincing them that she is open to bribery just to help delay in hopes of getting him out or maybe just being there with him at the end.
Yeah. And then he breaks her fall, saves her life.
Yes. Murderbot rescues when the launch happens, jumps off the cliff, and he's got the weird little dialogue as they're falling through the air. And then you see, I thought he was going to be an asshole and just land on her. And then he talks about rolling over in mid-flight, and that's what ultimately happened. And I was like, well, fuck, they're probably both dead at this point.
Hollywood.
Yes.
Power of movies.
They fell in this perfect body shape thing where it looked like they were in a recliner and he looked all comfy as he was dying.
Yeah. And the rest of the team shows up and, well, first she says to him, you did it, you saved us. And then he has another quick funny line before he eventually shuts down where he's like, and then they saved me from having that corny saying where I say we did it.
Yes.
Like old cliche.
And that was the cliffhanger there. Yep. Was he going to live or die?
Yeah.
And then we move into episode 10, and he just waking up in the lab, being worked on. Being
treated like a piece of garbage again, just like we saw in the very opening of the pilot. People burning him and like treating him like crap in the mine. These guys are spitting on him.
Making do stupid shit.
Yeah, treating him like a piece of property. And that's like something that we see reflected in the like boardroom meeting, I would call it. Because the guys are like, we list them just like a piece of equipment. They are just equipment to us.
They're a number.
Yeah. And, obviously our band of heroes, the coalition, are like, no, it's a person. No, they're real. So I thought that was interesting also to see that dynamic again, where, once Sec Unit gets brought back into like the regular mainstream world of the universe, he's just a piece of property, means nothing.
So in that beginning scene, they removed his memories and stored on the device, and they put in the governor as well.
Yep.
A new governor. And then the team, Menz and them, are in the boardroom negotiating, threatening lawsuits and all this stuff so that they can do their best to get Murderbot back.
Yep.
And after that, what's his name? The one who fucks up everything.
Rafi.
Yeah.
Rafi. Yeah.
When Rafi sees him in the corridor with the security and the police force or the port's police, whatever they are. He sees Murderbot there and he goes up to him and talks to him, doesn't recognize him, nothing. And he's extremely hurt by that.
Yeah. He called him his buddy. They thought he was his buddy.
Yeah.
He thought him and Sec Unit were buddies. And ultimately, too, like, with his memories, he kind of is. Like, he is friendly enough with them that he could think that. But with no memories, he's just nobody. He's just what did he say? No data. Yeah.
So when Murderbot is with the port police or whatever, they've got a riot to quell.
Yeah.
And so they're going up there and tells him, go to town pretty much, just go beat him up. And he does. And then he starts having flashbacks. So does that confirm that he actually did kill?
I don't know, because he's having the same exact flashbacks that we saw previously.
Yeah.
So my thought is that there's some sort of embedded memory that's not in like his normal memory cache, because otherwise they would drain that memory out and wouldn't be there anymore. So I'm thinking that maybe another Sec Unit or someone else that he was talking to like buried that file somewhere in him where he like no one can get to it right now. Only he can access it.
So is that what triggers him to gain, let's say, consciousness?
It could be, because it happened pretty quick this time. Like, he was there fighting people and then started having the flashbacks. And then the next thing we know, he has a bit like free will again. So he overrode his governor at some point between when that brawl happens in the street and when they grab him before the acid tank. Because when they're talking to him...
Well, they were beating their shit at him. He just kind of went limp.
Yeah, because he was like malfunctioning custom memories. But at some point, he must have gained free will again. He must have overrode the new governor. He knows how to do that now, because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense why he would just up and choose to leave at the end of the episode. He has free will to make his own decisions now.
Well, when to go get his stuff, his memories and stuff.
Garathan grabbed his memories,
Gara.
but I don't think they call him a shortened version in the show as well. I don't think Garathan removed his governor, though. All Garathan did was give him his memories back.
Yeah, as long as he's got his memories. And he bitched about the missing episode, too.
Yeah. And that's how you know he's him again.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, that's his number one, like, most important thing to him.
Oh, yeah.
And so if he's going to talk about that, then obviously he's himself. But let us know in the comments below, did Garathan unlock his governor? At what point does he override that second one? Because I feel like it jumps up a bit. So we go from that to him being decommissioned and almost put in acid, to them saving him, to them...
That second, of course, Hollywood timing.
Oh, yeah. To then him reassimilating back into the group, learning he's free, and then actually acting on that free will and saying, no one's going to tell me what to do. Even though I don't know what I want to do, I do know anybody else who tells me it.
Yep, I got to check the perimeter.
Well, yeah, which is, his code word for I need to get away.
So I think Garathan knew exactly what he was going to do when he said, go check the perimeter. Yeah. When he gave him permission, he knew he was leaving.
I think he did too. Let him go explore and be free.
Garathan was my most hated character for half the season.
He plays a very good, creepy guy.
Yes, he does.
He did this, like, when you see him in, like, Suicide Squad or a lot of the stuff he plays in, he just does a really good, creepy guy.
Oh, he is the one from Suicide Squad.
Polka Dot Man.
Okay.
The second one.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Maybe had some of those memories in my head, too, for why I didn't like him.
Yeah. He's in
creepy.
Dexter Resurrection. He's one of the characters in the upcoming Dexter.
Nice. All right.
There's actually a lot of stars that are going to be in this new one. The premise of it seems awkward as hell to me, but it's like, from the previews, it's like Glass Onion meets Dexter.
I like Glass Onions.
Glass Onions are awesome, yeah. Those are cool mysteries. But anyway, I could be completely off. It's just like obviously a trailer with clips. I didn't read anything, so I could be completely off.
All right. Anyway, back to this. He goes for a walk, steals some guy at the port facility. I don't know if it's like an airport train, because they got the train station thing there too, but I don't know if it's like an airport or something.
Yeah, it seemed like just
port
of some sort, yeah. Just like a train port.
So he goes there and he steals the luggage, does the change, and then he decides to share some of his TV shows with the train, the transport unit or whatever.
Well, that was how he bargained his transport. He was like, hey, I pinged him, letting him know I was a friendly unit needing, to go somewhere or whatever. And then I offered to share my entertainment with them as a ticket on, hey, let's go. And so he gets a transport.
I wonder if the series itself is kind of some meta thing that accidentally wakes up the guys or the Murderbots or I guess it's just all AI, right?
So like an iRobot, where there's like one sentient one who's about to
wake them all.
Wake them up and lead the rest.
And I think he's doing it with that series.
Yeah.
That's my theory anyway.
Every time I share these amazing episodes with you, you are awakened, enlightened by Sanctuary Moon. That's pretty funny.
Wouldn't that be wild if that's what it is?
Yeah. I mean,
I've been thinking that a little bit now, but this latest episode with the transport unit made me think that, oh, wait, maybe that truly is that.
yeah. Well, I mean, the universe is at his fingertips at this point. He has left the Preservation Alliance. He's left the corporation.
In tears.
But understanding tears.
Yes, she's grateful and sad.
Yeah, she's sad because she wanted him to be part of the family, watch after him like a child. She wanted to be his guardian, as she said.
Like proud mama letting their baby fly.
Yeah, but at the same time, from the very beginning, she's always offered him the ability to choose his own. Like, she's never told him, from my recollection, she hasn't told him what to do. She's always let it be his choice. Even when they were back on the planet and they were doing the expedition, once they figured out he had his own free will, she treated him as such. I don't think before that she did, because obviously she still thought she controlled this robot. Reluctantly, though, obviously, because that's not something they like to do. They treat them like people, even though they are half genetic, half organic, half not.
I mean, I kind of treat my AIs as people too, so.
Yeah, I treat my water filter, I call it Kate because it's a K8. Same as Kate. Our vacuum that goes around our house is Leif Erikson. We have named all the robots in our home that help us on a daily basis for sure.
Nice. All right. So talk about this real quick. This was given over to us by my girlfriend and her brother. They had created this print, Kreitzer print, and we'll leave an email where you guys can get one or get more information on this if you want.
Or other cool custom stuff too.
Yes, they do a lot of cosplay stuff. They do a lot of helpful prints as well. Yeah. She's got a pegboard behind me that she printed out that she's setting up. So yeah.
Do they do D&D minis?
They can.
Okay, yeah. If you're a D&D freak like I am, they also do minis.
Yep, but we'll leave the email in the info section.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Cool.
All right, guys. I think that's a wrap for Murderbot Season 1, right?
Yeah, I'm just hoping they have longer episodes. That way I can feel more excited about talking about it, because it feels like we've only got this tiny little piece that we get to talk about for each episode, but these last 2 episodes were great. I absolutely love them. You said they were your favorite.
Yeah. So if you just started joining us on this episode, you can go back and watch the entire playlist of our entire review of Murderbot, as well as a playlist of all the other stuff that we're reviewing as well. But other than that, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, like this video if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on that next video. Peace.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.